Hello, all you lovely computer scientists. Today we're going to be demonstrating an effective way of doing binary addition. I did make a mistake when I was doing the addition in the video, but that actually gave me a better opportunity to show you how common mistakes can occur when you're doing binary addition. Yeah, thank you very much. We're going to be showing off how to do binary addition, an effective strategy, and one of the common mistakes that you can often do. Thank you very much. So, when you are working with binary, you will often have multiple binary numbers. Sometimes you don't, but often multiple binary numbers. And binary addition is how you would add them together. Now you could go through the process of figuring it out yourself. You might be able to see 110 plus 001 and go instantly and think, okay, that's 111. Maybe. But say if you have 1010 and 1100. It's a little bit harder to figure out. You can still probably do it in your head. You can probably figure out, yeah, it's 10110, but that's how it took a bit longer. And this was small numbers. So once you get some much bigger numbers, there's a big strategy which I have, and most people have. Tables. It's often an amount of rows which is equal to the amount of binary numbers you have to add together, plus 1 or plus 2, and then obviously the amount of columns you have. So let's use a 7x3 table. You would input your binary number, let's say 1001110. So let's do it again. So we get 01111011. Now, what you would do is you take it in their own little steps. 0, which I forgot to insert there. Another row below. Got that. Yeah. So now what you would do is you'd add them together as you see. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Well, obviously binary only can go up to 1, so you get 1 with a remainder of 1 in another column. Do it again. 1 plus 1 equals 0, as you add the remainder to whatever above. So we get 1 plus 1, 0 with a remainder of 1. Now 3 ones adding together equals 1 with a remainder of 1. Rinse and repeat that until you get a rough calculation, like so. You may need to insert a new thing to the side, column to the left, at which point you would fill it out with zeros if there's nothing there. Now the remainder. Bing bang bosh, this has given us our binary number. So we have 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 as our binary number. Sometimes you do an extra column above, not column, row above the whole calculation as your index. So you can see, oh yeah, that's the 8s, that's the 16s, that's the 32s, and it's effective because it lets you more easily translate it into human language after. Because now we can see this as 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 as the top binary number, then adding 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1, and we'll be able to see that as that equaling 128 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. Yeah. That is... I've done the calculation right. Sometimes the table can get a bit confusing. So some people also add an index. So num1, num2, sum, and then crossover? Yeah, crossover. Yeah, I guess that's what it would be called. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to quickly translate the binary numbers we have down here into the binary number we have down here into a binary number just to see if the calculation is correct. So 2 6 7 8 48 56 8 9 1 3 6 1 3 8 1 3 9. It appears I've done the calculation wrong. Let's try and spot the mistake. That's another important thing. If you do make a mistake, don't give up and restart. Try and figure out your mistake. Because if you can figure out your mistake, then you can learn from it more than just restarting. Because if you figure out a mistake and if you figure out your mistake, you can then learn from it to avoid making a mistake in the future. Which is a very effective study strategy. When you make mistakes, see why. You know? Because if you make a mistake, find it. Don't sit there and leave the mistake. No, fix the mistake. And you'll learn more. That's the same thing as before. What mistake have I made? Oh, I see. I accidentally put a 0 in this calculation down there. Not 0, a 2. Whenever there wasn't a 2. Yes, so, small reading mistake. But yes, this table is an effective way. So the table template you should be using is 5 columns, 7 rows. You have something that says num1, something that says num2, and it says sum, and it says cost of that, and then one which says index. And put your index in. And yeah, this would be the template for a binary addition table. Obviously, if you're comfortable with binary addition, do it like this, but it's hard to do it like this when you get into larger and larger numbers. 4 digits long, sure. 5 digits, maybe. When you get like 28 digits long, you should use a table. Thank you all very much for watching the video. I do hope you learned something. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, but especially comment, because I love learning how you learn, and telling me what helps you learn the best helps me make videos which help you learn more, all that. If you need any like specific videos done, say like if a certain topic is misunderstood, comment it. I'll make a follow-up video. Thank you very much.